Hey everyone, so I have some great news to share with you. So, we have just launched a new feature today which is called Flux Analysis. Now, obviously, it's in beta, but this is the feature that I have personally been very excited about. So, to give you some context, until now, Xenett has primarily been focusing on identifying any issues, mainly with the transactions. But now it can also read your profit and loss balance sheet and can also address any issues from those statements as well. So as a part of our close process, I'm pretty sure you guys are doing it already, which is like you have some expectation on some of the accounts. For example, you would say, hey, my advertising expense should not be greater than X percentage of my total income. Or you would say, hey, my rent expense should always be consistent. Or you could say, hey, my payroll taxes should not be greater than 10% of my total expenses. So just like that, you have various expectations on different accounts. And now you can set up your expectations in Xenett, and it can quickly verify all of your different expectations within seconds. So I'll give you some idea. I'll give you some use cases with the example so that you can understand how you can start using this feature. So as you are in reports tab, you're gonna find this new column called flux. As you hover the mouse on any of the row, you're gonna find this icon which is to set the prompt. All right. So let's just say, for example, there is an advertising expense and you wanted to check. So if you click on it, there is a prompt that is already written, like verify that advertising and marketing for current month. And you can then start typing your expectation. You could say, hey, should not be more than 3% of my income, total income, right? Now you can type in total income just like this, but in case if you wanted to, then because we have a lot of variables which is like the list of accounts, the gross profit line, the total income line, we would suggest you can press the slash and then just type in total income, and then you can just save it, right? So you just click on save it. So now you start building this prompt for any of the accounts for which you like. You could say, like, for example, insurance. I have set up like, hey, I expect my insurance expense to be 2050 every month. So in this case, I have already set one. So when you click on it, you would notice that it says should be 2050. Now you can just write the prompt in the natural language, so that shouldn't be a problem. Now, one thing to be noted is that it will always say current month because that's what we write it by default. But in case if you wanted to change it, and you could say YTD, you can even do that as well, right? Now, when it says current month, what it's gonna do, see, right now we are working on March close. That means that whenever it is checking the data, it's gonna consider March 2023 as the current month, okay? But again, it does not have to be the current month. In case if you wanted to override it and change it to anything, you can do that, right? So that's that. Now as you start building this prompt, you can literally type like some of the use cases I can think of is that as I'm looking at the profit and loss, you could say, hey, if my repair has should not be more than, let's just say, $2,000, right? Something like that. You could even say that, hey, my travel expense should be lesser than this amount, or you could even say it should not be more than 10% when compared to last 3 months average. So you can literally type in any sort of prompt, and then once you have added all of your different prompt, all you then have to do is just simply come here and just click on run flux analysis. So imagine if you have set up this expectations or prompt for, let's just say, 20-30 accounts, within seconds it's gonna tell you that, hey, this many accounts have green flag, or this many accounts has a red flag, right? Now when you click on the flag, so let's just say you click on red flag for insurance, so it says you were expecting your insurance to be 2050, but it's not verified. and then you have supporting details here, like why it's not verified. So it tells you, let me actually do that. All right, so it tells you here that hey, for March it's 5494, which is what you can see it here, and that is why it's not matching, that's why it's not verified, right? So for advertising and marketing, again it's not verified, and then you have a detailed calculation at the below as well. So for every flag, whether it's a green or red, you will see the supporting details with the calculation wherever involved, so that you can even cross verify as well. All right, so yeah, that's something I can tell you. I've been personally been spending a lot of time myself whenever I look at profit and loss balance sheet, because each accounts need to be reviewed differently, right? Some accounts need to be compared with averages, some accounts need to be compared with percentage of something, some accounts need to be compared with the previous year same month or YTD. So it has like our system has the data for last 24 months. So again, you can literally, as long as your prompt has the data, I would say for those 24 months, it can go back and check anything that you type in. All right, so that's like a primary use case right now. What it does not do at this point is it does not know the transactions in the account. So if you type in something like, hey, verify the transactions in accounting fees, it does not have the transaction data right now, but very soon it will also have the data of the transactions of those accounts as well. So that way, in case if you type in again, if you wanted to verify anything even at the transaction level, you can also do that. So that's like a very use case of how the flux analysis should be used. Whatever expectation that you have for any of the account, whether it's a profit and loss balance sheet, you just simply have to come here, create the prompt, and that is it. It's just a one-time thing. Next time when you switch to your next close, all you do, just simply click on run flux analysis. Within seconds you will have the red flag, and then you will have the green flag. Green flag, you don't even, which means that whatever you were expecting, it's verified, which means you don't even need to spend time checking the things that have green flag. You only need to spend time with the red flag. All right, so that's a use case. Some of the other features that are associated with flux analysis. So when you click on any of the flag, there are two options like report and error. Now obviously it's in early stage, the system is still learning, our AI is still learning. So in case if you notice any problem with the calculation or the result, we would ask you to click here report an error, so that we know the details, we can even train the model accordingly. All right, you can even click here rerun, because sometimes for whatever reasons it did not give you the data correctly for the first time. You can try clicking on rerun, so it can again run it for you, and then it can again verify the result as well. All right, so that's a feature. Now as you're building the prompt, there is also a feature called copy prompt to other accounts. The reason for that is that, let's just say you have 10 income accounts and you have similar thing that you want to check for every single account. In that case, we would not want you to set up the prompt for every single account. Instead, all you do, as you're setting up the prompt, you can use the same prompt and copy to all the other accounts that you want. All right, so again, it just helps you save some time, because then you don't need to do it for all the individual accounts. So that's pretty much it. I'm very excited. Many of our customers, who I kind of gave them a brief, they have been super excited about it. I really hope you guys find it helpful. In case if you have any suggestions, because it's under beta, we will constantly be working on it. We'll be constantly improving the logic, the adding the features. So if there's anything in your mind, either you can write me, or when you click on here, your profile icon, click on suggest a feature, give us an idea, and then we'll make sure that we take care of your suggestions. All right, thanks, enjoy, and please provide feedback, good, bad, whatever it is, and we would love to hear feedback and work on it. Thanks guys, take care.